Hello, and welcome to a video about Target 1A, where we will be graphically representing data. Alright, so the histogram below represents the ACT composite score for several randomly chosen students. Here they are. Check out the graph. Check out how thick those bars are, and check out how high those bars go. Letter A. How many students scored between 10 and 15 on the ACT? Well, 10 to 15 is this first bar, and it seems to go as high as 4. So 4 students scored between 10 to 15 on the ACT. Letter B asks us how many students took the ACT. Well, what we need to do is look at the heights of all the bars because that's what represents the numbers of students. Between 50 and 20, there's 7. There's 9 between 20 and 25. 6 here, 5 there. To figure out how many students took it in total, we're going to add 4 plus 7 plus 9 plus 6 plus 5, and we get 31. Letter C. How many students have a score of 25 or more? So 25 is right here, and I'm looking at the bottom for the ACT composite score. Or more goes all the way to 35. Well, the highest score you can get is 36, but, we're going by 5s. Okay. So between 25 and 30, we have 6 students. And between 30 and 35, we have 5. 6 plus 5, 11 students. The histogram below represents the age of swimmers for members of a team. Letter A. How many swimmers are between age 10 and 12? Well, here is the bar. And it goes up to here. So that's 8. 8 students. 8 swimmers, or between 10 and 12. How many swimmers were on the team? Well, once again, we gotta see the height of each bar, and we're going to add it all up. 7 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 plus 5 gives us 33 swimmers. Letter C asks us how many swimmers are 10 or younger. 10 is right here. Younger is less than 10. So that's between the ages 6, 8, and 8 and 10. So that's 7 and 6. 7 plus 6, 13 students. Okay, let's do some definitions. First, and bear with me on my handwriting. It's not beautiful, but it works. So I'm going to do my best to write clearly. All right, your mean, which is also representative of a little X with a little top hat on it. That's the average. You add the numbers, so whatever is in the data set, and divide by the number of numbers. By the number of numbers. Okay. Next, we have the median. The median is the middle of the organized data set. Middle of an organized, that's important, data set. And what I mean by organized, I mean it's written from smallest to largest. We do have to keep in mind that an even number of data points doesn't have an exact middle. It just splits in half. There's no specific number in the middle. What we do is we actually take the mean. So we're going to add the 2 middle numbers. And divide by 2. Yeah. All right. Lastly, we have mode. And this is the number that appears most often. I remember mode because it sounds like most. I remember median mostly because I drive and the median is what's in the middle. And the mean is the average. That was not helpful at all. But the mode is the most, so maybe that's helpful. Let's continue. All right, here's a few data points. Let's find the mean, median, and mode. Let's start off with the mode because that's the easiest. The mode is 100 because I see it twice. Let's do the median. In order to do the median, what I like to do is I just cross one number off from each side until I'm left with 90 in this case. Lastly, let's do the mean. In order to do the mean, we're going to do 80 plus 85 plus 90. I don't know why I wrote 95, but let's move this over here. Plus 90 plus 100 plus 100. Put that into your calculator first, click enter, and then we're going to divide it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because there are 5 numbers. And that actually gives us 91. Which central tendency best represents how the students performed on the test? I would say the mean, because the median and the mean are really close and the mode is really far off. So I would say mean because it's very close to the median. So not only is the middle very close to the average, the mode is just so far off that really doesn't tell us much about the data. All right, next, I totally messed up here. This 3 should be here. Should it? Yes, I think. Doesn't matter. But I was supposed to ask this measure of central tendency. I forgot to leave you a little space, but we'll write it in here. Okay. First of all, is there a mode in this data set? Nope. Median. All right. I'm going to cross one off on each side. Ooh, I'm left with 9 and 10. So to find the median, we do 9 plus 10. I don't know why I wrote 5. We do 9 plus 10, which is 19, divided by 2, 9.5. Next, we do the mean. To do the mean, we add all of the numbers. Then you click enter in your calculator, and you're going to divide by how many? We have 8 numbers. Once you do that, you should get 12.75. In this case, I'm going to use the median because 9.5 is closer to the rest of our data than 12.75, right? Because 12 isn't that close to what our smallest number, which is 3. Okay. All right. The data below is the number of goals scored by a professional indoor soccer team over the last 23 games. Let's construct a dot plot. Now, what I do to start these is I look for the smallest number, which is 8, and then I count up, label the number line, hope I have enough. I usually am pretty good at giving you enough space. Wonderful. Good job, old me. We have enough to do all the data. Now, what you would do during class, and I'm not going to do it this way because it's going to take a long time, is what you would do is you would see this 8, you'd cross it off, and make a little X on top of 8. You would see 16, cross it off, make a little X. And we're just going to stack them. I already did it, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what you need. You should have 3 8s. How many do we have? 4 9s. 2, 3, 4. 3 10s. Oh, and you can absolutely make actual dots here if you want instead of little X's. We have 1, 2, 3, 5 11s. 1 12, 1 13, 3 15s, and there should be 3 16s as well. So your dot plot should look like that. Pretty simple. All right, next, the 5-number summary. Now, the 5-number summary tells us a lot about the data. It tells us the minimum, which would be here. Minimum. So what this number tells us, it's the smallest number in the whole data set. Next, we have this line right here. This is Q1. That's the 25% mark, or the first quarter. Okay. Then we have this line. This is your median. It's the 50% mark. Sometimes it's called Q2, but Now I know that the median doesn't look like it's actually in the middle, but that's okay. What we're looking at is where is the median relationship to all the data. Next we have here Q3, which is a third quartile, and that's 75% of the data. And lastly, we have the maximum. That's the largest number of in your data set. So this does not represent how many numbers you have in each category. Like in the dot plot, it's not telling us that we have 3 8s, 4 9s, etc. It would say that 8's the smallest, 16's the highest, here's something in the middle, here's a quarter of the data. So it's organizing it in a very different way. Okay, let's do that. Let's practice some organizing. So here's a bunch of numbers. Let's make a 5-number summary and attempt to draw a nice little box and whisker plot. I forgot to tell you that this is called the box and whisker plot. It's because it has a box in the middle and the 2 lines on the end are called whiskers. Box and whisker. I know, so creative. Now, before I even start my box and whisker plot, what I have to do is put these numbers in order so I can explain to you a little bit more about Q1 and Q3. All right, so I know the order, so I'm going to go ahead and start listing it. I forgot 40. So this is probably the most tedious, kind of annoying part, is reorganizing these numbers. Too bad we don't have a computer to just do that for us. But you know, you got me right here. All right, I think that is all of them. Beautiful. Okay, now the easiest things to put in here immediately are the minimum and the maximum. The minimum is 40. It's the smallest number on our list. And the maximum is 69. The next thing I would do is find the median. Now, in order to find the median, I'm going to cross one number off of each end. And keep going until I either am left with 1 number or 2 in the middle. Ah, fantastic. 55 is the median. Now, the question is, what are Q1 and Q3? Well, Q1 is the median of the left side of the data. And Q3 is the median of the right side. So let's do it. Let's find the median of the left and of the right. I'm going to start with the left. So I'm going to cross one of these off. Okay, 46. If I had 2 numbers left in the middle, just like last time, I'd add them and divide. Also, you notice how 55 was directly in the middle and I didn't use it for Q1 and Q3, or won't use it for Q3? That's purposeful. If we have an actual number in the middle of our data, we don't use it to find Q1 and Q3. But let's find Q3. Awesome. 67. So there's our 5-number summary. I'm going to draw kind of a little a number line, and I'm going to go 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. Okay, so let's draw our box and whisker plots. Okay, so first I start a whisker at 40. I'm going to do it under the line. And I go all the way to 46. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my whisker. My median is at 55. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a median, so that's part of my box. Q3 is 67. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the maximum is 69, so this whisker is super small. There we go. Hey, you know what? That's not actually drawn bad. Good for me. Let's do that one more time for number 5, and that'll be it for this lesson. And of course, if you have any questions, you can ask me whenever. Don't ask the video, because the video can't answer. But I, human me, can answer. Anyways, onwards we go. And right, what I'm doing is organizing them. That's what I'm doing. I have them organized already, so I'll get started on that. If you were with me in class, you would be spending some time organizing these numbers from smallest to largest. to 23. Okay, so first things first, let's do the minimum and the maximum. Those are so easy to do. Nice. So our minimum is 1, our maximum is 23. Now let's find the median. So I'm going to cross one number off of each side until I'm either left with 1 in the middle or 2 in the middle. What did I do wrong? I did something wrong, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just crazy today. Sorry, guys. Love me. All right, so we have 12 and 14 in the middle. Because we have 2 numbers in the middle, we are going to split our data like this, right in half, when we do Q1 and Q3. But first, we do need to find the median. And in order to find the median, I don't need that arrow, I'm going to do 12 plus 14, divide that by 2, and that's 13. Some of you will find it easy to be like, oh, I know exactly what number is between 12 and 14. It's 13. It's not always going to be that easy. This time, it was. All right, so because I have 2 in the middle, unlike the previous one, I am not going to ignore it. I'm not going to ignore the median because I didn't actually have it on my list. It's where my line is. This is where the median would have been. So we're going to find Q1 and Q3 using the left and right sides. I'm using 12 on the left, and I'm using the 14 on the right. Again, because there wasn't one specific middle number. The median was not on our list. 13 is not part of our list. Okay, onwards we go. Q1, I'm going to cross one number off of each side. Once again, I'm left with 2 in the middle. So I'm going to do 8 plus 10 divided by 2, which is 9. Again, you might know exactly what it is by looking at it, right? I think it's kind of obvious what's between 8 and 10, right? But it's not always going to be obvious. So, that's why I'm showing you how to do it by hand. Okay, let's do the right-hand side. Cross off the 14, 23, 17, 22. And now I have 19 and 20 in the middle. So let's do 19 plus 20 divided by 2, which is 19 and a half. And some of you might have an easy time. You might be able to see, look at that. I know exactly what's in the middle of 19 and 20. It's 19 and a half. Not everyone can do that, and that's fine. There is a way to do it. Now, I'm going to create a number line from 1 to 23, and we'll graph our box and whisker plot. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. Or let's do 11 there. So 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And let's go to 25, just to make it nice. Okay, so our minimum is at 1. That's where my whisker starts. Q1 is 9. Your median is 13. So that's the start of the box. Q3 is 19 and a half, so it's somewhere right there. So see, this box is it's not perfectly even. The left side is way shorter than the right. And then the maximum is at 23. 1, 2, oh, close. There we go. And that's the other whisker. It's a pretty short one too. Okay, so there is our box and whisker plot. If you have any questions about this lesson, or anything else, really, please feel free to ask me or whoever your math teacher is. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye!